topic is hirsutism. Hirsutism is excessive growth of basically an androgen dependent sexual hairs on the facial and the central part of the body that worries the patient. So basically hirsutism is become a very cosmetic problem because of the hormonal issues a person faces, and that become very sometimes very embarrassing too. So the patient comes with the sexual hairs over the face of the person or over its central part of the body, like its person's belly is mostly covered with the small hairs. So this problem you can usually see that many of the women came with this problem complaining of the excessive hair growth over their body. So basically what is heroism? It is also known as virilism, which is defined as the presence of any one or more of the following features, like there is deepening of the voice, there is temporal balding, there is amenorrhea, there is enlargement of clitoris, or there is a breast atrophy. Now there is a more severe form of androgen excess. So we have to remember that virilism, there is adrenal hyperplasia, or there is a tumor of adrenal or ovary which relate to the excessive production of the adrenal hormones that result into the formation of excessive hairs, or the formations of the temporal balding is also occurs. There is deepening of the voices occurs, amenorrhea occurs, that absence of the periods. There is also sebaceous glands and hair follicles which suffer. Like these both are sensitive to the androgens, that is sebaceous gland and hair follicle. So the sebaceous gland is basically believed to be have found that they are more sensitive to androgens than the hair follicles, while there is hyperstimulation of the sebaceous gland which lead first to the oily skin and the subsequent infections which result in the acne. So here we are relating that the sebaceous glands is affected, then it will lead to its hyperstimulation, and this will usually you can find in a oily skin and in a person with having an acne. Now the pathophysiology of hirsutism, basically it's a combination of the following things, that is increased concentration of the serum androgens, that is especially the testosterone. So the decreased level of SHBG occurs which result in an increasing in the free sterone also. Now we have seen that there is lot of testosterone available in the body. This will lead to the increased responsiveness of the target organ like the skin, which leads to the normal circulating androgens. This linked to the ethnic background, and it is having that oriental women usually seen that they having a less number of hair follicles per unit area of their skin compared to the Caucasian women, and the Caucasian women are the Indian women. So the hirsutism also associated with the excess androgen, that is the production either from the ovaries or the adrenals, or there is an excessive stimulation of the androgens. Now the hair follicle, that is represent one of the early manifestation in the spectrum of virilism. So the virilism is mostly always associated with hirsutism, except the hirsutism which is present at birth, while the hirsutism may not be associated with the virilism. So there may be racial or the familial link could be present. So the increased hair growth is usually observed during the time of the puberty, pregnancy, and following a time of the menopause. So the clinical approach we take to find the person having hirsutism. First we take the history. We find out when it's the onset, that when it occur and how it progresses while the time. We examine the patient. We assess the severity of hirsutism. Now we ascertain the underlying causes, like we check this hyperthyroidism is not present, hypothyroidism is not present. We check the further investigation, and then we proceed for the treatment. So basically any for a disease we take the history, then the physical examination which will tell us about the hair growth. Now the severity of the hirsutism we will check, like if it is associated with the virilism or not. Now the guidance which we point out towards this diagnosis are that the onset and progression. If a person is complaining the onset is starting from the childhood or from the birth time, we will find it to be hirsutism. If we found out if it is having a person is having excessive hair starting in its puberty, we can link it to the hirsutism. So most of the causes begins in the early adolescence. Presentation could be depend upon the causes of the rapid progression, that will indicate that the androgen is involved. There might be adrenal hormone tumor, or there might be some adrenal hyperplasia which will leading to the adrenal hormone overproduction. So this is how we basically check the patient. Now how we manage it, we basically remove the excess hair, we suppress the or neutralize the action of androgens. So the basic function we do is to neutralize the action of androgen, because all over the disease is occurring because of the excessive amount of androgen, or that is testosterone, free testosterone, which leading to the excessive production of facial hair. Now we have to remove the sources of excess androgen, or basically if there is a tumor we will remove it. If it is having hyperplasia, we will give the medications. So, or basically in a cosmetic way we also remove the excess hair by shaving or by other prospective means. So this is how, these are the general perspective by how we manage these cases. Now the principle of the treatment we use, that the best results are basically achieved by combination treatment, that is we combine 2 or 3 more types of treatment. Like we basically go for the anti-androgen suppression, while we also giving or advising the patient to remove the overgrown hairs over the parts. We also have a goal, that is basically we have a goal that is to reduce the time spent mechanically of unwanted removing hair. That if a patient is having unwanted hair over a time period of 2 days, we will try to have it a 1 month. Now the choice of drug, basically we depend on its tolerability by each individual patient. So we basically choose a drug on the basis of the person. Now how we suppress the androgen action, the question came. So there are some drugs, or there are some particular agents which we help we take to basically decrease the androgen overproduction. So these drugs are OCPs, we will take oral contraceptive pills, progesterogens we take, anti-androgens we take, spironolactone we also take. Now the dexamethasone we also take, GnRH analogs is also considered, and we take a combined approach. That is, we basically go with a combined approach by removing the excess androgen, by removing the overproduction of androgen, by basically removing the androgen overproduction sites. Now what is the cosmetic treatment we give? Now we go for the bleaching, because it causes irritation, purities and skin discoloration. So we advise the patient to go for bleaching. It will basically convert the hairs into a skin color. Now what is about shaving? Basically shaving doesn't lead to any effect to the hirsutism. It doesn't affect hirsutism, but it's basically a short-term solution of the hairs. That it is basically a rate of duration of the analigen phase, or the diameter of hair, but yield a blunt tip, illusions of a thicker hair. Now there is a plucking, waxing also, but there are chances it will give. Papillary creams we use, electrolytes we also use, and sometimes lasers are also used. Now the removal of the sources like adrenal or ovarian tumor, the surgical treated by the Cushing diseases, that is the adrenalectomy, radiation to pituitary, removal of ACTH, and there is eterogen cases also, that offending the drugs to be stopped. So this is the basic parameter how we basically deal with the hirsutism, how we related it with the virilism also, how we deal it with the congenital or the pubertal causes or the menopausal causes of the hirsutism, how we basically manage the case of hirsutism by a combination therapy of removing the excess androgen. Thank you.